Hey, who are you, man?
Chitra Arvinder, social media.
Hi, hello, welcome. I'm your Harish. This is VOV, Voice of Vaigai, Tales of a Boy from Madurai. Media. In our daily lives, from the time we brush our teeth in the morning till the time we go to the bed in the night, in this gap there is no single moment where we haven't faced media. This is how much you know that media is playing a pivotal role in our lives, and that is a bland fact. There are loads of news, be it political, social, cinema, crime, or whatever. In all these, we at least see one news in a day, let it be in the morning newspaper, or while scrolling Instagram or YouTube, or when our grandfather or father watched the daily 10 am or 6 pm news that is being telecasted in any of the renowned news channels. So, news that is delivered like this to us nowadays is almost 40% biased or fake and not like the old times, and I am not here to speak about that. So, you all question me what I'm gonna speak about today. With no wait, let's get into it. So, what all includes in the term media that I'm using is news channels, individuals who cover daily news in their Instagram profiles, people who cover cinema news in their pages, and few meme pages, and very most importantly, YouTube channels. Those who start these kind of channels just because they need views and money, they start spreading news like these two celebrities are in a relationship or blah blah blah, or they'll be like, I'm here to give you a solution for this medical problem, and spread information regardless of knowing its credibility. In this episode, what I mainly wanted to talk about is the comparison of how media was before the period of internet and the situation of the media in the present. So firstly, let me talk about the media in the past, and then I'll come back to the current situation. The power and the status that media had in the past was very different. No matter what kind of news, no matter which person was covered in the news, media used to jump into it without any fear. In the years 1983 to 87, during the Sri Lankan Eelam War, leading newspaper media like Tungak, Dinatandi, Kalki gave live updates with utmost bravery to the people living in Tamil Nadu about the difficulties faced by Tamilians stuck in the Sri Lanka during the war. And then in 2004, lot of news channels, press and media gave updates and covered news about the world's largest tsunami that occurred in December 26, 2004. They put their full effort and worked a lot on disaster management and spread news to the people living in other districts about the situation at places affected by the tsunami. And if we say another incident which occurred after the internet era is during the protest of Jallikattu in the year 2017. The Tamil media and press were the ones that spread the news worldwide, and which was a globally revolutionary protest in the history of Tamilians. And if you ask me which was the turning point of the media, it would be 1993, because that was the year when Sun TV network started to shine. No matter what the pros and cons they had, they did their sharp work in providing news to the common people. Not only that, they played a huge role and did their everything to showcase the real face of people who were in power and whose real face were not shown due to the control they had over people. Even until now, any incident, let it be a political gathering or protest or any important occurrences in public, a lot of press people will be gathered over there, right? And whom do you think is the head of all news channel people? It's none other than the Sun News. You know, if we continue to speak about Sun TV network, we'll be deviated from what I actually wanted to speak. So, coming back to the topic, nowadays, news available in news channels and news we see in social media all become very less trustworthy. Like people talk whatever they want in social media, let it be some news, maybe true, but most of the times it's just false news or rumors that spread over the internet. Similarly, what news channels or social media do nowadays is, instead of providing news as it is to the people, they filter out and decide what news is to be given and telecast those filtered news to people. Which is the news which was delivered is raw, getting cooked according to the audience or the political stand they take. And more importantly, what triggered me to take up this content and speak was, in YouTube there are few channels like India Guilds, Behind Woods, Galata. These channels, if they think, can act like big news channels and collect information about important happenings around the world or at least across the state and spread it to people. Let it be the Aritapatti issue or the recent Kerala schoolboy case. They have millions of subscribers. They can take these kind of news to this generation audience. But they won't do that. Why? It is because they just fix their brains only to the topic of cinema. Well, where would they even get time to deliver about more important stuff when they are so much invested in talking about cinema to random celebrities or junior artists? And you know what's more worse in this? is people in Instagram who act and talk like stupids like Dr. Divakar, Niranjan, and some show off themselves so glamorously and call themselves as content creators like Aurora Sinclair, are called for interviews and interviewed as if they have achieved something big in their lives. And also in that interviews, the questions that is asked by the interviewer to Aurora Sinclair was not even proper actually. He has casually asked some questions that no one in society asks, and they even give replies without any kind of hesitation. And those interviews are spread as reels and shorts by various Instagram pages or YouTube pages. All these nonsense stunts are pulled off by those mentioned YouTube channels and Instagram pages just for the sake of views and money. Media platforms can entertain us, but these are going on to a level of disgust. Media platforms should not be just for entertainment, but it should be informative as well. In fact, more than entertaining, it should definitely be informative. Only if like that, then it will be an infotainment platform. So finally, I have shared my point of view and arguments on this topic. I'll be back in the next episode with a nice content. Until then, bye from Harish.